it's Magicreate, and today I'll be customizing my very own Lego Star Wars Clone Troopers. I'm starting off with one that I've already customized, and I didn't really like how it looked, so I'm just gonna take it apart. And something you'll need is definitely some alcohol, rubbing alcohol. I'm using 70% isopropyl alcohol, and I'm using cotton balls to apply it to remove some of the paint. You can skip ahead if you're using just a fresh, plain clone trooper. As you see, I'm scrubbing it off. It's a little bit hard at first, but get it good. You'll also need a color of your choice. I'm using a nice blue. I'll show you the rest of my little squadron later. I've painted them all blue. And yeah, cleaning this. If you want, you can just skip ahead. Anyways, when you're doing this, you definitely want to use like a cotton ball or something. It's nice and absorbent, but it'll also get it off real well. You can nice and scrub it with the cotton ball. There'll be some remnants of the color, but especially if you're using Sharpie, like I am, but it should be fine. I'm just gonna paint over it. Okay, I think that's okay. I have a lot of really old clone troopers. I think I'm gonna keep these legs, I like them. I might put a new coat of paint though. And my surface is getting a little bit of blue on it, as you can see. Just wipe that down with isopropyl alcohol also, or just whatever medical rubbing alcohol you have. Okay, now I'm going to paint nice designs on my clone trooper. I'm gonna start with the chest just because my helmet is still kind of looking blue. I'm just gonna let that dry out. Okay. Okay, as you can see, I have a slightly different looking chest plate, but most clones look pretty much the same as they are literally clones, and their armor is also very similar. I'm just gonna color nice design, small, quick strokes. As you may know, I'm a huge Star Wars fan, so I'll make lots of videos like these. I hope you've been enjoying previous videos. This is probably my first one. I'm actually doing a voiceover, though you will not get to see me. I'm just coloring the belt blue, my blue Sharpie. You can do whatever colors you want. I'm just using blue, it is my favorite color. And I think I made a mistake. I don't really like that. So you can always just go back and use your rubbing alcohol. Maybe you know some other good way to get Sharpie off. And that comes off really nicely and quick. Using my alcohol to clean it up a bit. And you may want to wait a bit before you actually start the marker and painting it, because mine's getting a little bit smudged with some leftover alcohol. I think I might do a second coat later, but I think this looks pretty good. On some of mine I did a stripe on the arm. For this one I'm just going to leave it blank. I think I'm going to do a few decals on the back though. I'm just using some of the lines that are already there and painting over them on the pre-printed back. Okay, I think that looks good. Hope you like it too, or you're satisfied with whatever you drew. Just doing a second coat here. Nice and sharp color. Okay, I think that looks good. And I'm going to move on to the legs. I've already done the legs because I liked how they looked and I didn't erase it, but I'm just going to redefine it by doing another coat, making it look nice and sharp. Another technique, if you want, you could do weathering with your alcohol. Just dab it a little bit and you could get nice weathering. I've repainted this twice already, so I have already like good weathering. And I think I'm done with my legs. You could do more if you want, but I'm satisfied. Okay, I'm gonna move on to the helmet. It looks pretty blue, so I think I'm gonna put a little bit more alcohol. Okay. Make sure you get all those creases. The helmets are the hardest to repaint, so make sure you're really careful with the detail on the helmet. Okay. I have also painted my visor blue. Pretty simple. You don't have to have a visor. I just like painting my accessories. Okay. I'm gonna wait for this to dry a little bit and I'll come back soon. Okay, I am back and I am ready to paint my helmet. Still has a little bit of blue on it, but that's okay because we're gonna paint over most of it. I'm gonna start with just a few details like back here. As you can see, just painting that back of the helmet a little bit blue. Be careful with this part, because as I said earlier, it is very hard to repaint these. Just be careful with detail. If you have a smaller marker, that would be even better. Unfortunately, I don't. Be precise with your lines. There. Take your time. I know I'm rushing a little bit. Would have had a little bit of practice. So a little bit, looks a little bit homemade, but don't be too worried about it. It's not going to be completely perfect. Just do the best you can. Of course, if you want, you could like repaint it, paint it to perfection. Make sure you get all those corners. crucial step to get all those corners to make it look really nice and neat. Also, look carefully at your fingering. Pay attention to that, because you don't want to smudge anything unless you purposely want weathering. Okay. Take as much time as you want with this. It's a really careful process. Now I'm going to paint a triangle on mine, just like I have with this helmet. I like that kind of design. And be careful, because there's usually little creases that can really waver your line. So do this part extremely carefully. Okay, I think that looks fine. Not my best paint job, but I'll go with it. You have to go with it. Okay. And yeah, I think that looks great. Pretty good. And I like painting this fin part on a phase 1 clone trooper. You might not have a phase 1. I happen to have only phase 1s. And I just like that because it's so satisfying and easy. Be careful at the bottom though. Nice solid coat right there. I'm gonna put stripes on either side of the fin to define it more. I'm using the fin as a guide for the straight line. Painting the side of the fin. Okay. I went a little bit over there, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Beautiful. I think that looks pretty good. Yours is probably better. Just keep marking it up until you're satisfied with it. You can always add more later, or take stuff off with your alcohol or whatever you're using to remove color. I'm actually going to add a little bit here. You can be constantly adding stuff. There are infinite possibilities. If you're really good, you can do intricate patterns. I'm sticking to basic Nice and basic patterns. Okay, I think I'm done. And let's see how it looks as it's assembled. I have like a commander, or captain. So I have a few accessories, a little sash, whatever you call this. And the head. And the helmet. And I'm also going to attach my visor. Or if you have any accessories, you can attach them. Hey, he looks pretty good. Don't you think? Much better than he looked before. Give him his little weapon. And there you have it, your clone trooper. I hope you're satisfied with your paint job. I know I'm satisfied with mine. And I will show you this guy with all his buddies in his squadron. And he keeps falling down. See you next time. And I hope this video was helpful for customizing your very own Lego clone trooper.